Before you listen to this story, I need to say one thing. If you live near a forest, do not listen to it at night. Because some stories are not invented. They are only remembered. And memory is a door. Sometimes it opens from both sides. This happened to me 20 years ago. And it happened again. The village of Berezitsi stands where the asphalt ends and fear begins. There are no tourists here, because no proper road leads to it. Only an old dirt track that disappears into mud after rain, as if it does not want anyone to come back. People live quietly here, almost invisibly, and they always look toward the forest. Right behind the last houses begins the black pinewood. It is not called that because of the color of the trees. It is called that because light dies inside it. Even during the day, even in clear weather, the sun touches the treetops and goes no farther. The first disappearances began in spring. At first a goat vanished, then a dog. People still joked, saying wild animals go mad after winter. But when a boy named Myron went into the forest and did not return, no one laughed anymore. Myron was 7. He knew the forest, went there with his father, was not afraid of the dark. That day his mother let him go only to the edge, to pick mushrooms. She stood on the porch and watched him disappear between the trees. A few minutes later, there was a scream. Short, sharp, as if someone suddenly cut the sound. When people ran into the pinewood, they found only one shoe. Small, dirty, torn, and tracks. The tracks were strange. They went between the trees and then climbed upward along a trunk. At a height of about 3 meters, they simply ended. That night, no one in the village slept. I returned to Berezitsi 20 years later. I swore to myself I would never come back, but the dreams started again. In them, I was running between trees, choking, falling, and someone was following me. Slowly, confidently, and always saying the same thing. You forgot us. Old Marta looked at me the moment I crossed the threshold of her house. She did not ask why I had come. She only said, "The forest recognized you." That very night, I saw it. At first, it was just a shadow at the forest's edge, darker than the others. But then it moved. It had arms and legs, but they were wrong. The knees bent the wrong way. Its steps made no sound. On the contrary, where it stepped, the silence became deeper. I did not see a face, only a dark hollow from which breathing came. Marta called it the Shadow Walker. She said it walks in place of those who were supposed to go themselves, in place of those who once ran away. And that was only the first. The second lived in the treetops. No one ever saw it whole. Only the movement of leaves, only rustling where there was no wind. If you looked up, it already knew where you were. That is why in Berezitsi children are taught from early childhood never to raise their eyes in the forest. We found the hunter on the 3rd day of the search. He was lying under a tree, without eyes. The 3rd was the worst, because it did not kill immediately. It came at night, sat by the bed, touched the forehead, and in the morning the person woke up different. They called themselves by another name, did not recognize their family, and then they went into the pinewood. Willingly, I understood the truth too late. The black pinewood was not a forest. It was a body, and everything that moved within it were its parts. Fingers, eyes, memory. In the center of the pinewood, there was a place where sound disappeared. Something was breathing there. The forest was open from the inside. To stop it, it needed what it remembered. Me. Because I had already been here before. Because I once ran away. When morning came, the black pinewood was silent. People went inside and found no monsters. Only a new tree. In its bark was a face. Very familiar. If you listen to this story to the end, look out the window. If you see a darker shadow among the trees, do not name it.